All right, thank y'all for being here for the official weigh-in for UFC 284, Makhachev versus Volkanovski, and we will begin with one of the men around whom this entire fight card was built, the undisputed UFC featherweight champion moving up to lightweight to challenge for the title, Alexander the Great Volkanovski. 154.5 pounds, the official weight for Alexander Volkanovski. All right, next fighter to the stage, the other man around whom this pay-per-view was built, the undisputed UFC lightweight champion, Islam Makhachev. 155, the official weight for Islam Makhachev. And with that, your UFC 284 championship main event is now official. All right, next athlete to the scale, taking part in his first title fight here on Sunday morning, the number 2 ranked UFC featherweight contender, Yair Rodriguez. 145, the official weight for Yair Rodriguez. All right, now set to weigh in advance of his first UFC championship opportunity, the number 5 ranked featherweight contender, Josh Emmett. 145 for Josh Emmett. And with that, your interim featherweight championship fight is now official. All right, next fighter to the scale competing in the UFC's featherweight division. Please welcome Blake Bilder. 146, the official weight for Blake Bilder. All right, next athlete to the scale competing in the UFC's heavyweight division and live on pay-per-view, Justin Badman Tafa. 266, the official weight for Justin Tafa. All right, back to the featherweight division now as we say hello to Jack Jenkins. 145.5, the official weight for Jack Jenkins. All right, next fighter to the scale competing in a prelim in the UFC strawweight division, Elise Reed. 115.5, the official weight for Elise Reed. All right, next fighter to weigh in, charged with kicking off the ESPN prelim portion in the lightweight division, Francisco Prado. 154.5, the official weight for Francisco Prado. All right, back to the main card now, competing in the UFC's light heavyweight division and looking to keep his momentum going. Please welcome Alonzo Menafield. 206, the official weight for Alonzo Menafield. All right, next fighter to the scale, back for the first time in a long time, competing in the UFC's featherweight division, Shane Young. 145.5 for Shane Young. Also competing in the featherweight division here on Sunday, Melsik Bagdasaryan. 146, the official weight for Melsik Bagdasaryan. All right, next fighter to weigh in this morning, competing in the UFC's lightweight division, Elvis Brenner. 155.5, the official weight for Elvis Brenner. All right, next athlete to weigh in, competing live on pay-per-view. He is the 13th ranked light heavyweight in the world, the Bendigo Bomber himself, Jimmy Crute. 204.5, the official weight for Jimmy Crute. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing live on ESPN in a lightweight prelim, he is Jamie Mullarkey. 155, the official weight for Jamie Mullarkey. All right, next fighter to the stage, one half of the featured prelim. Live on ESPN in the UFC's light heavyweight division, Tyson Pedro. 206, the official weight for Tyson Pedro. All right, now moving back to the strawweight division as we say hello to Loma Lookboonmee. 115.5, the official weight for Loma Lukbunmi. All right, next athlete to the stage, competing in the UFC's flyweight division and making his UFC debut here Sunday morning, Shannon Ross. $125.5 for Shannon Ross. All right, next fighter to the stage. Good to see this man back in the big show. He is the other half of the featured prelim, live on ESPN at light heavyweight Modestas Bukauskas. 206 for Modestas Bukauskas. All right, next athlete to the stage, competing in the UFC men's flyweight division, Cleison Rodriguez. $127 for Cleison Rodriguez. That is 1 pound over the flyweight limit. All right, next fighter to the stage, competing in the UFC's heavyweight division and live on pay-per-view, Parker Porter. 264, the official weight for Parker Porter. All right, next athlete to the stage, competing in the UFC's featherweight division and getting set for his second UFC appearance, first with a full training camp. Please welcome Shameless Don Shainis. 146, the official weight for Don Shainis. All right, next athlete to weigh in today, competing in a prelim live on ESPN in the featherweight division, Josh Kulabau. 146, the official weight for Josh Kulabau. All right, next athlete to the scale, competing live on pay-per-view in the welterweight division, fighting out of Perth, Western Australia, Jack Della Maddalena. 171, the official weight for Jack Della Maddalena. All right, next athlete to weigh in, competing live on pay-per-view, the budding welterweight contender, Randy Rude Boy Brown. 171, the official weight for Randy Brown. All right, our final fighter to weigh in this morning, competing in the lightweight division, Zubaira Tukhugov. 157.5, the official weight for Zubaira Tukhugov, 1.5 pounds over the lightweight limit. All right, thank you all for coming out. We'll see you over at the RAC Arena for the ceremonial weigh-ins at 11 a.m. local time.